Hello and welcome to another FX Centrum daily market analysis. For today, I will go through our cross asset list. I'll speak about the coffee market, WTI, US 100, USD Japanese yen, pound dollar, gold market, euro dollar, US 30, dollar index, and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will do so by using our FX Centrum platform. So let's start with the coffee market. The breakout from last week is progressing very well. This is something that I learned about last week, and it so far is progressing very well. We have the slow line and stochastic sloping to the upside above 80 mark. Fast line had a correction. I noticed it, and I learned about this 3-bar balance, and we had a breakout with this mini balance, another breakout to the upside. You can see volatility is still increasing, so this is a really what I like to see when we have a breakout is the volatility is expanding as well and not contracting. So this so far is going pretty well, and 220 mark was our upside objective based on this breakout. So that area we're exactly gonna close exactly around that area yesterday, and the next upside objective is set, I will say, around 230 mark. That's the next level, and then we have a key resistance level at 240 mark. So 230, 240 marks are good upside objectives. The next upside objectives short term on the coffee market. Let's take a look at the hourly time frame, and we can see here there was this mini break of this consolidation on hourly. And as you can see on the hourly time frame, market is really holding above this lower Bollinger Band. We didn't have even any threat in that sense or any kind of attempt to break this lower Bollinger Band. So just telling us how the sign of strength the coffee market is really powerful. So the next market is WTI. So we have consolidation last couple of days, but here we have a slow line that is sloping to the downside just above the 80 mark. Fast line is trying to get closer to the slow line. We had that bear divergence on the rate of change, and this was one of the indications that I gave in sense of the potential pullback. So we are now consolidation around 85.90 mark with a key support at 84.50 and the middle Bollinger Band around 84.15. From the other side, resistance is set at 87.20, and we have the upper Bollinger Band around 88.30 mark. Let's see the hourly time frame. Looks pretty choppy, so this environment is more like for the range development, and the market is just oscillating between the resistance and support at this point. So we will need to see the breakout either of resistance or support in order to confirm some bigger movement on the WTI. Now let's take a look at the US 100. So indices had a bull day yesterday. So we had a bullish day yesterday. The news yesterday, so we had a PPI of 0.2%, actual versus forecasted 0.3. That was a negative one, but unemployment claims went 211K, actual versus 216K forecasted, so better than expected unemployment numbers yesterday. And this makes actually fundamental makes sense. So because of that, we had this rejection of the lower Bollinger Band, and market is right now around this a tail from this big down day. So it's just 18,380. We are still in the consolidation, and we can see here that we have the upper Bollinger Band. Just take this one. So we have upper Bollinger Band and the pin bar high around 18,490 mark. So this tail is 18,380, and we have an 18,490 mark. We had a fresh bull cross on the stochastic oscillator. Slow line is still sloping to the downside. Rate of change had this flip to the upside as well. But again, overall, we are still in the range development mode. Hourly time frame, we had this breakout, and market is right now just doing the sideways, pretty much sideways. Hourly time frame is trying to contract at this point, so market may take some time to contract and do the consolidation before the next move. And if the market can break like 18,380 and so on, hold above, and if we have a proper contraction on the hourly, so there is a chance, of course, for market to retest all-time high on the US 100, but that's not the case, there is a chance for a downside movement, and then probably even towards this 18,000 mark again, if market can do the consolidation and break to the downside. So far there is a markup and just price equal time. As you can see here, the fast line, it just went clearly almost matching the slow line. So now meaning that market is in consolidation and probably will need some time for contraction, or just trade around in order for this Bollinger Bands to contract. Now we have the USD Japanese yen. So this is the trade idea that I gave for this week, and it's progressing very well. The breakout was at 152. Market is trading at 153.22. So this idea is progressing well, and we can see that on the hourly time frame, so far we are holding pretty well, and we have higher lows. There was no major breakdown and hold below the lower Bollinger Band on the hourly, so that's a very positive sign. Also, hourly stochastic is holding very well. We didn't have any major break on the slow, on the fast line go, or trade below 20 and stuff like that. So far it's holding well. From my view, another rebreak of, let's just put a resistance at upper Bollinger. So another rebreak at 153.35. Around 53.37, this can be a good sign for the upside continuation. As I said on the trade idea, short-term upside objectives can be at 155 and even the 160 mark. Mid-term upside objective on the USD Japanese yen. So what I like here is that, as you can see here, Bollinger Bands are contracting. They were contracting at this point, and they're now expanding. So that's a very good to see on the breakout. So far is one is progressing well. Now take a look at the pound dollar. So more weakness is coming. Yesterday was just a very weak reaction day of the low. This is not a really strong reaction, and so far market is trying to take the pin bar low. So there is a chance for the rebreak of 1.2510, and then the next downside objective short term will be around 1.2400. You can see here that the middle Bollinger Band is sloping to the downside. Fast line had this fresh bear cross, pretty aggressive fresh bear cross, and I mean from the slope you can see that's a pretty aggressive one, and we have the slow line starting to slope downside again at this point. So there is a chance for the lower prices. Hourly time frame, you can see after this sell-off, market did some consolidation. Now it's trying to rebreak 1.2510, and that will be a good confirmation for the further downside movement. Now let's take a look at the gold market. So on the gold market, still there was no proper pullback, and there was a attempt for this pullback. Market managed to retest 23.18, but market yesterday after the news actually had another new all-time high at 20. Now it's trading around 23.92. So this bear divergences, and they didn't provide some bigger pullback. There was just a one down day pullback with a lower high and lower low. And as you can see here on the hourly, after the announcement, and so market broke to the upside, this upper Bollinger Band, and now is grinding around this upper Bollinger Band. So far momentum is now to the upside again, and there is let's say the next upside objective can be at 20 I will say 2,400 mark, which is also a round number, and intraday I will say, and there is a 2,410. So 2,400 to 2,410. Still on the hourly time frame, this is not exactly some spectacular spot. It's still we didn't have a proper pullback even in the hourly time frame or so. So there was this breakout yesterday after the news, so that was a one spot. But at this point where market is trading right now, this is really like extended on the hourly time frame, on intraday time frame. So still we need to wait for some proper another confirmation for the potential downside, bigger downside correction, and so far market is holding the gains, especially after yesterday's news. But that's totally different story on the pound dollar and euro dollar. As we can see, because euro dollar actually, we can see that it's trading around our downside objective at 1.0680 mark. Well, that was a very, very aggressive bear cross on the stochastic oscillator, and the next downside objective on the euro dollar is all the way down at 1.05. I will say 570, and then we have a key support around 1.0525. You can see the hourly time frame here. Market just had this big contraction, price equal time, and then re-break, more like a small bear flag in the morning, and then more downside. So, and this is interesting because the gold is rallying and have extended upside move while the euro and pound are actually going down. So there is a really demand for the gold in that sense and relative strength. So we will see. There is of course chance for the gold to correct and have a deeper correction, but so far we still don't have a confirmation for that. Speaking of the US 30, so we had market traded lower, but we have a reaction day to the upside. This rate of change flipped to the upside, but not really so much of movement after that. So for example, US 30 is weaker compared to US 100. This US 100 actually had a bigger rally yesterday. The US 30 had actually just a weak reaction. So there is a chance for the lower prices on the US 30. Slow line is sloping to the downside, fast line is sloping to the downside. So this short-term trend is to the downside, and another downside potential is to 38,000. We can see 38,000 to be on the test, and maybe 37,180. A bigger downside objective. Hourly time frame is pretty mixed at this point. We had this attempt for the downside move, and then so far market is just doing consolidation around this point. So potential rebreak of, I'll say the rebreak of 38,250, and break that and hold below. It can be a good confirmation for the downside movement of the daily time frame. Now dollar index, as you can see, is rallying. So we had a more like a tail yesterday, just some stagnation day around the upper Bollinger Band, and now we are retaking that pin bar, which is just telling us there is a more strength going on the dollar. So the next, we're getting close to the first actually upside objective at 105.82, but then the next one is actually the resistance around 106.80 mark. You can see on the hourly time frame it's holding very well, you know, just some consolidation like a price equal time, and then now it's rebreaking again. So dollar index is really striking at this point, and that's why the euro and pound are also going lower, and the USD yen is going higher. And we have a Bitcoin versus US dollar. So Bitcoin is more like a story for itself, and we have a contraction on the daily time frame. We can see again contraction in upper Bollinger Band is now at 70, I will say like a 72,400, lower Bollinger Band at 65,850, with a key resistance that we have at 73,700. So we still need to wait for a breakout of this contraction, and that can lead to potential next bigger moment, let's say, on the Bitcoin. So far, still consolidation on Bitcoin. So that will be all for this FX Centrum daily market analysis. If you didn't visit our website, please do so. You can go to fxcentrum.com and explore. We are offering a 100% deposit bonus, different account types that you can open. You can open an account in just a few clicks. It will literally take a couple of minutes to open account. FXCTV, you can explore our analysis and our previous analysis and trading ideas that we're giving every week, and so different tutorials. So there is a plenty of things to explore, and of course our FX Centrum platform and software. That will be all for this FX Centrum daily market analysis. Have a good trading day, and speak to you soon.